Hello friends, astrologer Mohnish here, and thank you for watching my videos on Vedic astrology and financial astrology. Well, the Canadian elections are about to happen in next 10 days. I'm going to bring my astrological perspective about who I feel or I think from astrology lenses has a more advantage or edge to become the Prime Minister of Canada. I predicted about Donald Trump US elections back in 2023 that he will win. If you have missed those videos, please go to my YouTube channel, Astrologer, and subscribe, and you can watch all the previous videos about mundane astrology, predictions about the world, economy about 2025, and you will see my past predictions, and you can always validate to see how much credible they are. Now, coming to this video, I'm going to make a comparison between the chart of Mark Carney and Pierre Poilievre. So we don't know the exact time of birth of both these candidates, but looking at the Wikipedia, looking at the early life, the career, I feel that 12 noon time will be most suitable time for us to compare both these charts and see whose chart stands out more than the other, as they both are the leading candidates to become the new Prime Minister of Canada. So if you go with the chart of Mark Carney, you see he's a very strong leader with three planets, Venus, Sun, and Mercury sitting in 10th house. 10th is house of karma. His rising become a Cancer, because if we take 12 noon as a time of birth, so moon is a rising lord of Cancer and is respecting this combination. So this becomes very strong combination. And Cancerians are sensitive, emotional people. But with Sun sitting in 10th house, strong leadership qualities. Mercury and Venus sitting in here, strong leadership qualities and strong logical qualities are given to Mark by God. Now he's going through the Jupiter Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha. These both planets are sitting in the 11th house. 11th is house of gains. 11th is also victory. And you see the script of Jupiter. Very clearly you see that 11th is also victory, and Jupiter sitting in the nakshatra of Sun itself, which shows wisdom, grace, a lot of, strong destiny, strong leadership qualities. And the ninth division of Sun is Rahu, which again sitting with Jupiter in the 11th house shows that tremendous gains and victory coming in his life during the Jupiter Dasha. Well, he was connected to the matters of, the foreign trade or economics. You see his moon in the Lagna with Mars sitting in second house. It also shows the same thing, that he is a person who is connected to the deep economics. So that is where, he becomes very strong. His knowledge of economics, his Mercury's intellectual skills, and then Jupiter, which is a planet of ninth house and the planet of sixth house, sits in 11th house, shows that he has a very strong fortune and leadership qualities, and continuous learning in his life makes him stands out and becomes a very strong candidate to become a Prime Minister of Canada. Rahu Antardasha is also very strong. And if I just go and look at quickly the chart of his successes, that is the D10 chart as per the Vedic astrology, we can see here again the 10th house of karma, leadership, being the commander in chief of a country, is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn sitting in the fourth house, aspecting this house, where Jupiter is sitting here already. So Jupiter in the dasha right now from 2010 till 2026 with Rahu as Antardasha makes a very strong connection in his house of karma status, that he will achieve the best and the highest status in his life. And that's why he is the current prime minister, as when the Justin Trudeau resigned, he became the leader of the party and became the prime minister. Now his chart looks very good, very strong. And if I compare this chart with the chart of Pierre Poilievre, and then we can make the comparison. If I open the chart of Pierre, you can see he also has Venus, Sun, and Mercury sitting in the 10th house. Again, a very strong leader, very strong person in communication, in his logical skills, very strong political candidate, because Sun sits in here. So whenever Sun sits in 10th house or first house, people normally get connected to the matters of politics. And we saw both these candidates have it. Now, Jupiter Dasha for him is also going on. So there's not much comparison, right? They both are like very much, connected with similar kind of planets, similar kind of planetary position. So there's not much to compare between those. They both have a very strong chart. The only problem in Pierre's chart is that he has a Shrapit dosha in his first house. Saturn and Rahu connected in the first house, and in transit, this Shrapit dosha is happening in the sign of Pisces. If you see the current transits, this dosha is already formed. So this is happening on the first house. And again, if you know the history and the background of Pierre, when he was born, he was being adopted. He has a early struggling childhood, and he also had bits and ups and downs in his career. So this is the reason why he had it, because of the Shrapit dosha in the first house. Now Jupiter dasha is going on, but you see his Jupiter 6 at 12, and then Mercury Antardasha 6 at 12. It diminishes his chances compared to the chart of Mark, that his chart is very good, but comparison between Mark and his chart weakens up. Why? Because he has a Shrapit dosha, which means that he may not get that status what he's been aspiring for. He may lose up at the end. And then Jupiter is showing a strong candidate, but again, there won't be a big winning coming in his way. So looking at the D10 chart also, as I did for Mark, you see the 10th Lord. Again, Jupiter Sun sits in here, 10th house, which is very good sign. Very strong opposition leader, very strong leader, great qualities, great traits. But Moon goes into the 8th house of challenges, problem, and trouble, and it weakens the whole 10th house for Mark in his D10 chart also. So going back to the Cuspal chart, if once again both the comparisons, I feel that Mark chart stands out because he has no dosha, and with Jupiter Rahu sitting in 11th house, the same combination is there in the Pierre's chart, but this is standing out, and no Shrapit dosha in Mark's Carney chart. So for me, if we take it as 12 noon as a date of birth and compare both charts, Mark Carney is a strong winner, even though the margin could be less, could be, both will fight out till the end. But the destiny or the planets, the combination at present is helping Mark Carney's chart more than Pierre's chart. So this is my evaluation between both these candidates. If you look at the Canadian economy, I know I live in Canada, so people are literally worried about Canadian economy because of all the tariff. So 2025 solar returns chart, second house rules the economy, okay, and the banking. Venus rules this house, and Venus in the solar return chart moved to 8th house. So 8th is sudden challenges, problem, obstacles, sufferings, ups and downs. So this means that the money will come only from the gas and exploration and mining. Otherwise, the GDP and the overall growth will have an impact. So Saturn is aspecting Venus, and Saturn and Rahu again causing the Shrapit dosha for the chart of 2025 July till 2026 July for Canada annual chart, solar returns chart. Saturn aspecting Venus, again stagnant growth, stagnant GDP, and Saturn is a dasha for Canada at present. Saturn in 7th house in its birth chart shows that problem and stagnation coming from the allies and partners also. So overall, the 2025 and 2026 will not be a good year for the economy, for the GDP, for the growth of Canada. There will be stagnant growth, job losses, challenges, and we are already seeing this is happening. Okay. So finally, if you are investor in stock market, you can use our weekly and daily predictions about stock market in our member post, where we give you the predictions about what is going to happen in the US market for each week, what is going to happen for gold, what is going to happen for Trump tariffs, what is going to happen a week of 7th. So all our predictions are given to you monthly basis and weekly basis. And also, once you join our membership, you receive our premium trading indicators. You can see that they are based on artificial intelligence algorithm, Lorentzian classification. And you can see this is NVIDIA chart. The sell signal is here showing sell at 104 and then take profit at 92. So this is take profit. Stop loss is also mentioned by our indicators. There are two indicators. One is below and one is up. There are many videos on our website where you can watch them and see the accuracy of our trading indicators. You can see how our algorithm works. They're all based on AI and astrology. And you can make tremendous amount of success in your trading activities, in your investment, if you follow our indicators and if you follow our predictions, monthly basis, weekly basis. And go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and you will see many more videos. I predicted about Trump victory in 2023, a year before the US election happened, and you saw what happened with that. Again, with Pierre and Mark, I wish both of these candidates, like, may the best candidate wins. I'm not biased towards anyone. They both have a strong leadership qualities, strong leadership domain. They will be the best leaders. We will have one in the who will become the prime minister, other who will become the leader of opposition party. But comparing both charts, apples to apples, Mark Carney has more advantage and more edge at this point in time, astrologically based on the transits and based on the planetary combination. So again, my dear friends, astrologer Mohnish, stay happy, stay blessed, stay awakened, and I shall see you in my next video very soon. Thank you for watching this video.